Today's story is about a village where the people never set foot outside because the village is surrounded by dense forests on all sides. The people of this village are so afraid of the color red that whenever they see it anywhere, it is immediately buried in the ground because fierce monsters live in these forests, and if they get even a whiff of the color red, they attack. In this same village lives a blind girl who is forced to set out to save her love. She must cross dense forests, and along the way, she faces such dangers that we will see in today's entire story. So, hello friends, my name is Ishita, and the story begins in the 19th century. We are shown a village in the middle of a forest named Pennsylvania. This village appears very prosperous and beautiful, but the people here live under the shadow of death. There are high walls all around the village, and a watchtower where someone is always on guard. The most important rule here is that no person from this village can cross the village boundary. It is said that doing so could put their lives in danger. Actually, there is a dense forest all around the village where terrifying, fierce monsters live. Many years ago, the ancestors of the village made a pact with those monsters. The condition was clear. As long as no human from the village sets foot in the forest and does not pick any red-colored fruits or flowers, the monsters will not harm anyone in the village. According to the pact, for several decades, no one has gone outside. Therefore, they have no contact with any other village. Despite all this, everyone lives together peacefully and respects each other. There is no need for money here, and anyone can marry according to their choice. But there is one rule. Until marriage, no one can even hold hands. Now, the senior people of this village are called elders. One of these elders loses his daughter to illness because there is no medical facility in the village, making treatment for serious diseases nearly impossible. Then one morning, while everyone is eating together, strange, frightening noises start coming from the forest. Fear is evident on everyone's faces. But here, a boy named Noah, whose mental condition is not stable, starts laughing. However, no one mocks him because here, everyone always behaves well. That same day, an animal carcass is found in the village, and it looks like someone has brutally killed it. All the elders call a meeting to find out who killed it. Then, a young man from the village named Lucius comes forward. He has written down all his points and tells everyone that he wants to go outside the village and bring medical facilities here. He believes there must be other villages nearby. We have lost a companion. If proper treatment had been available, perhaps he could have been saved. But the elders dismiss his idea because, according to the pact, no one can leave the village, or else the monsters will attack everyone. The elders say they have seen those monsters with their own eyes, but the new generation has never seen them. They have only heard their noises and seen their marks on trees. Lucius is not afraid of the monsters, but one person's bravery cannot save everyone. In this same village lives a blind girl named Ivy, who is the daughter of an elder. Despite being visually impaired, she is very sharp in all her tasks. She takes her friend Noah and goes to Lucius, who is sitting near the village boundary. During the conversation, she tells him that she knows Lucius doesn't hold her hand because he loves her, and this is true. But Lucius still hasn't expressed his feelings to her. Meanwhile, Noah jokingly puts wild red berries in Ivy's hand, which are red-colored fruits. As soon as Lucius sees them, he recognizes that these berries are only found in the forest. He asks Noah, "Where did you get these from?" Noah's mental condition is not stable, so he doesn't answer. But Lucius understands that Noah went to the forest, and because of his innocence, the monsters did nothing to him. After this, he takes the request and goes back to the elders, saying, "If Noah could go to the forest and return safely with red berries, then I can go too. I need permission so I can help people." But the elders refuse again. However, Lucius is now determined to go outside at any cost. That night, he talks to his mother, saying he cannot watch his people die like this. His mother tries to stop him, but he doesn't listen. And the next morning, he alone steps outside the village boundary. He is also afraid that something could happen suddenly, and after taking a few steps, he suddenly feels someone's presence. He gets scared and quickly plucks some berries, returning inside the boundary. That same night, the man guarding the watchtower suddenly feels some movement, and as he looks down, he sees a shadow wearing red clothes passing by. He realizes that a monster has arrived and out of fear starts ringing the bell loudly. Hearing the sound, chaos breaks out in the village and everyone starts hiding in the basements built under their houses. But Ivy is outside because she was waiting for Lucius and was afraid something might happen to him. Then she hears the growling sound of a monster, but she doesn't move from her spot. Just as the monster is about to reach her, Lucius arrives and immediately takes her to the basement. All night they hear terrifying noises and stay inside out of fear. The next morning, the villagers see red marks on every door. This was a clear sign that the pact had been broken and the monster had warned the village. After this, the entire village gathers. Everyone had already found out that this happened because Lucius went outside. The elders tell everyone that the pact was indeed broken because of Lucius, but they cannot punish him because he crossed the boundary for the welfare of the village. Then Lucius is let off with just a warning not to dare go outside again. After this, the village atmosphere lightens a bit because Ivy's sister's wedding is taking place. Everyone is present at the wedding ceremony. The entire village is immersed in happiness, and the wedding is celebrated with great pomp. But as soon as the wedding ends and people return to their homes, the atmosphere of fear returns. They see that dead animals have been hung outside every house. Seeing this sight, everyone gets scared. They feel that perhaps the monsters will come again today, and this time wipe out the humans. This atmosphere of fear makes Lucius restless, and he goes to Ivy's house. Both sit and talk for a long time and decide to get married soon. But the next morning, another problem arises in the village. It turns out that Noah, whose mental condition has never been stable, has liked Ivy since childhood. And when he finds out that Ivy and Lucius are going to get married and the elders have agreed to it, a fire of revenge ignites inside him. Blinded by anger, he goes to Lucius's house and while talking, suddenly attacks him with a knife. Lucius falls badly injured. After this, Noah himself goes and tells the elders that he attacked Lucius. Hearing this, he is immediately locked in a room. When Ivy gets this news, she panics and immediately goes to Lucius's house. Seeing him injured, she cries a lot. Now, there is no medical facility in this village, so the hope of his survival is very slim. Everyone gathers, thinking Lucius might not survive. Meanwhile, Noah has been imprisoned in a room where every wrongdoer is kept. Then Ivy comes there and gets very angry at him, starting to slap him. But her father stops her and takes her away. Her father's name is Edward, who is one of the village elders. He explains to Ivy, "When you lost your eyesight in an accident, I couldn't do anything. But now, to save your love, I will go outside the village myself." But Edward's wife tries to stop him, saying, "You are an elder of this village, and we cannot break the promise we made." Amidst all this, Ivy quietly decides that she will cross the forest alone and in any way bring treatment for Lucius. Edward does not stop his daughter, and going against all the elders for the sake of her love, gives her permission. But before setting out on this frightening journey, he tells her a secret. First, he makes her promise that this matter must remain a secret. Then he takes her to a secret room and tells her that the terrifying story of the monster that is told is all a lie. There are no monsters here. Rather, we elders go into the forest, wearing red costumes so that no one leaves the village. The 19th century has ended, and now the 21st century has begun. Just understand that once you go outside the village, you will need money or valuable things. Saying this, he hands her a gold watch and a list of Lucius's medicines so that she can get help quickly once outside. Hearing this truth, Ivy is first shocked, but without asking too many questions, she remains calm because now there will be no obstacle in her path to save Lucius. After this, Edward sends 2 boys from the village with Ivy so that she doesn't face trouble because she cannot see. But as soon as they cross the boundary and go some distance into the forest, terrifying noises start coming. The 2 boys, out of fear, decide to return to the village and tell Ivy to go back too. But Ivy stands there because only she knows that whatever happens in the forest is done by the elders. Meanwhile, in the village, all the elders are angry with Edward because everything built here with years of hard work will be destroyed. But Edward explains to them, "I have explained everything well to my daughter. She will not tell anyone anything. And we created this place only so that our people could live a peaceful life, even if it is an ordinary life." And through this conversation, we learn the whole truth of this story. Actually, in 1945, after the Second World War, when Edward was a professor, he had counseled many people who had lost everything and many of their loved ones. Crime and hatred had broken them everywhere. So Edward, along with all those people, decided to create a place where there would be no influence from the outside world. Edward was very rich from the old days. He bought a large area, built a village in the middle of it, and by funding the government, cut off this place from external contact forever. And to give them an ordinary but peaceful life, he created such a fear that they would always live together peacefully in this village. On the other hand, Ivy is slowly moving forward with the help of a stick in the forest to save her love. Suddenly, she falls into a large pit. She has no support, yet she manages to climb out with great difficulty. Then she hears the sound of wood breaking nearby. She finds it a bit strange, so she also breaks a stick, and at that very moment, the same sound of wood breaking comes from nearby. Then she throws a stone, and in the same way, a stone comes flying toward her and falls. She gets scared because in some era, there really were monsters here. To scare her, it couldn't be any of the elders, and whoever this is must want to harm her. Fearfully, she starts moving forward, and after going some distance, we see that right behind her stands a monster wearing red clothes. Then, hearing its growling sound, Ivy starts running and reaches near the same pit she had fallen into earlier. She immediately stretches out her hand and stands at the edge of the pit. Just then, the monster comes running to catch her, and as it gets close, Ivy quickly moves aside, causing the monster to fall into the pit. After this, we are shown the face of that monster, who is none other than Noah. Meanwhile, in the village, when the elders go to give food to Noah, the room is completely empty, and they find animal skins hidden under the room. Actually, Noah's mental condition was not that bad. He had found out the village's secret, after which he stole a costume and, like the elders, started roaming in the forest. Instead, to scare the elders, he was brutally killing animals. But when he found out that Ivy was going outside the village to save Lucius, he came in the monster costume to stop her. However, this very act of his led him to his death. Now, Ivy moves forward, guessing the path her father told her about, and upon reaching a place, she finds a high wall that is difficult for her to cross. But somehow, she succeeds in getting to the other side. At that very moment, a police officer arrives in a jeep and is shocked to see Ivy because no human is allowed to go beyond that wall. And according to common people, only wild animals live there. He starts asking Ivy her name and address and is about to inform his seniors. But Ivy hands him the list of medicines and, giving him the gold watch, requests, "I need these medicines. Perhaps your seniors will know who I am and where I come from, but it would be better if you don't tell anyone that you met an unknown girl on the road." The officer, seeing her condition and innocence, doesn't ask any further questions and goes straight to the market, brings all the medicines, and gives them to her. After this, Ivy returns to the village where all the elders are present with Lucius. They are very happy to see Ivy, that she undertook such a difficult journey for her love. Then Ivy tells everyone that she killed a monster in the forest. Noah's parents understand that their son is dead, but they let this matter remain a secret. For the welfare of the villagers, the same old web of fear remains intact. The villagers continue to believe that monsters still exist in the forest, and the secret remains a secret forever. This way, the villagers start living the old prosperous life of the 19th century again. And with this, the story ends here. Friends, I hope you really liked this story.